Hi, this is Jay. I wanted to introduce to you the four different plans that we have available. We have an economy, a choice, a standard, and deluxe plan. The economy and standard plan are more of what we'd call a catastrophic plan. It's meant for people who basically want to have everything applied to the deductible. They're not really worried about doctor visits and stuff like that. They just want to say, hey, I need some coverage and I want to make sure that I don't go bankrupt if I go to the hospital. And that's what those two plans are designed for. The most popular plans that we have are the Choice and the Deluxe here. The difference between the two plans is the Choice has prescription coverage on it, but only with a discount card. It's not a true copay plan. When you get into the Deluxe plan over here, it does have a copay for generics and also prescriptions that are name brand. So let's talk about the different plans here and what's available. First of all, the deductible you can see goes anywhere from $10,000 on the high end to $1,000 on the low end. Most plans are 80-20 or 70-30 in some cases, which basically means that the insurance company would pay 70 or 80% and then you would be responsible for the other remainder of that 20 or 30%. In addition to that, there's also a calendar year maximum that essentially keeps you from going bankrupt. If you add in your deductible plus your max out of pocket, this is your total exposure. So let's just say that you had a $3,000 deductible and $10,000 max out of pocket. Your total exposure would be $13,000 in this case. If you had a $1,000 deductible plus a $3,000 max, it'd be $4,000. So obviously this would be more of an expensive plan because there's less risk that the insurance company is taking on. Now, there's also a maximum coverage per period, which could be 6 months or could be a year, depending on your state. But you could see here that there's 100,000, 500,000, and a max of $1 million per period. Now, we also have prescription drugs. Now, if you remember me talking about the catastrophic plans available, and then one of them had a copay and one of them didn't. Remember, the Choice is the most popular plan that we have that for people who don't want prescriptions because it's just a discount card. The Deluxe did have a $10 copay for generics and does pay for non-preferred and preferred name brand drugs, but you do have a large deductible on that $500. So these plans are not really designed for people that take a lot of medications. They're really designed for people who are healthy and say, hey, I want coverage, I want good coverage, but I don't want to pay the crazy prices that they have on the insurance exchange. Now, as we go to the doctor visits, you can see that the catastrophic plan, the economy plan, is subject to the deductible as well as the standard plan. The Choice has a $30 copay for the doctor, and then the Deluxe has a $30 copay as well. So that's a really nice copay to go to the doctor, and both those plans are very affordable. Now you can see here we have a specialist visit of $60 on the two most popular plans. The other ones are obviously subject to the deductible. And if you go to the emergency room, there is an additional small deductible for the emergency room. Now, hospital visits obviously would count toward the deductible and coinsurance on any of these plans. So would your outpatient surgical visits and any type of inpatient admission charges that they have. So these plans here are a fantastic way to have a lower premium than you're paying now. And then also you can combine these with what we call a deductible killer to pay that deductible in case of an accident or a sickness. So said another way, if you had a $10,000 total exposure, let's say you had a $5,000 deductible and a $5,000 max out of pocket, you could get a $10,000 deductible killer, which would pay in the case of an accident or a sickness where you spend the night in the hospital and would pay that for you. So that's a great way to do it. And you could have a plan that you could design a little bit cheaper that way on the health insurance cost and add in that supplementary type coverage to give you a more well-rounded coverage and actually a cheaper price than having a lower deductible. So it's a great strategy, a great way to do it, and I hope this helps. I look forward to talking to you soon. Again, my name is Jay.